In March 2022, West Springfield police arrested a serial rapist, and today he was sentenced to just over 20 years in prison.
Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lokri was in the courtroom as the judge handed down his ruling, and she joins us now live in studio with the details. Reagan?
Yeah, that's right, Abby and Chris. It was an emotional day in court. 5 of the 6 victims got to look their attacker in the eye today and share their impact statements. And shortly after that, Ali Ghaffer was sentenced to over 2 decades in prison. Now, first, I must warn you, this case is particularly heinous.
He broke me that night. He hurt me. He sodomized me. But he didn't take my spirit with him.
Ghaffer, who is in his early 20s, received a sentence of 22 years in prison and 5 years of probation on charges of rape, aggravated assault, and more. He pleaded guilty to luring, attacking, and raping at least 6 women between 2021 and 2022 over a 9-month span. Ghaffer was arrested by police on March 31st, 2022, where police believe he was on his way to rape another person. The Hamden District Attorney's Office was asking for a sentence of 36 to 40 years. However, given Ghaffer's young age and the fact that he had no priors, the judge did not decide to give him the.
Just think, can a man who looked completely normal and had a friendly demeanor ever murder someone, kidnap someone, or rape someone? Yes, I'm going to talk about the same man who looked like a normal man, but in reality, he was no less than a devil. This man has murdered many women and also raped many women. Earlier, this man used to target weak women. Then, by tempting them with something, he used to take them to his mysteries place and started committing atrocities on them. Let's find out about this man without wasting any time and discuss his case. This is the case of a man named Ali Ghaffer, who had murdered many weak women in Massachusetts and was also considered the most dangerous serial killer there. Ali Ghaffer started looking for his victims between 2021 and 2022. It seemed that between 2021 and 2022, some strange things were happening in the South End area of Springfield. The people there believed that a lot of women were disappearing there, and no one was able to know anything. In fact, even the police was not able to know anything. Although not much information has been received about this killer yet, but from what I have studied about this case, it is known that this killer mostly targeted those women who used to take drugs or liked to stay alone. Ali Ghaffer had a fixed pattern. He had no problem with anyone without reason, yet he used to find out such women who used to roam around alone in the streets at night. And he used to use a simple trick. He used to lift them in his car at night and tempt them with drugs or money so that the women meet him in his car. And after that, the killer used to take them to mystery areas like Clark Field in Springfield or the Bear Hole Reservoir. This serial killer knew one thing very cleverly, that no one would hear the voice of the women he kidnapped. Meaning that this killer targeted those women who had been thrown out of the society. And he mostly targeted women who were sex workers or those who used drugs in large quantities. When this killer kidnapped his victims or took them to some area after tempting them with something, then the killer raped them by showing them a gun or a knife. When the killer was done with it, he either killed them with a .22 caliber gun or sent them to the jungle to kill them. And let me tell you that all the women he had targeted lived near his house. Therefore, he did not face much problem in targeting these women. This killer felt that neither the police nor the people of the society would hear the voice of the women he was targeting. And due to this thinking, he raped many women. But the sad thing is that no information has been made public about the women he raped. But once, when he targeted a woman and raped her, he did not kill her. After that, rather, he left her in the jungle to be killed. But they say that when the time of someone's death does not come, then she was alive in some condition. Similarly, that woman also managed to escape from that jungle. And as soon as that woman escaped from the jungle, she went to the police in the condition she was in. She also got a report written against him. He said in his statement that a man used to lift a woman in his car every night, But after that, nothing was known about that woman. That he had eaten the woman, he had not killed her. Same night, he asked me to meet him in his car, and he told me that if you go in my car, then I will give you a lot of money and also drugs. As soon as he hears this, after some time, that woman would go to meet him in his car. He told the police that he took me to an empty place where no one was visible from far away. After that, he showed me a gun and started to rape me. I tried a lot to save myself. I even shouted loudly, but no one helped me. After that, he tied a bandage on my hands, and then he started raping me. The police could clearly see that there were many marks on his body, due to which the police believed his statements. And after this statement, the police start searching for that man. The good thing for the police was that the woman knew the name of the rapist, and she told the police that his name was Ali Ghaffer. Now the police started searching for the killer or rapists everywhere. The police had now started putting up posters with his name everywhere. The police investigation was going on everywhere. The police wanted to catch the killer under any circumstances and at any price. One day in the month of March in 2022, the police got a CCTV footage. But in the end, whether this footage was of that killer only or of some other person. The police thought that the car belonged to Ali Ghaffer. When the police investigated further, they came to know that this man was taking a woman in the car to Bear Hole Reservoir. Without wasting any time, the police started chasing his car. The police was afraid that this man might take the life of the woman. When that man started forcing the woman, and the woman was screaming for help, the police heard her voice, and the police fled in all directions. The police did not want to give that man a chance to escape. As soon as the police got the right opportunity, they surrounded him and arrested him. If the police had not reached there on time, that woman would not have been alive today. Ali Ghaffer was thinking that this day would pass like any other day, and I would rape her today and get out peacefully. But the police had solid proof against him. The police had CCTV footage against him in which he was clearly seen being in the car. The police had eyewitnesses' statements of the victims against him. The police had DNA evidence which directly matched with Ali Ghaffer. In December 2024, Ali Ghaffer was charged with 30 counts in the rape case of 6 women, and in January 2025, the court sentenced Ali Ghaffer to 22 years in prison. Finally, a person like Ali Ghaffer is in jail today. Men like Ali Ghaffer live around us, but we do not know until they attack some weak person. There are some people in our society who only oppress the weak women, and the society does not care for them. And the society should listen to the voice of every woman. And this case has shown that justice definitely happens, even if it takes time, but justice is done. If you like such real crime stories, then do tell us by commenting on which different true crime story you want. And remember that in this world, some secret is hidden behind the arrogant smile.